and method and system of farming varies in different countries. Farmers are being encouraged to travel across the borders to go and understudy what their colleagues or other continents are doing. That way, we are able to adapt and also introduce that system to our way of farming. This is the Ghanaian farmer. My name is Zenyuname. This week, I'm all the way in the Volta region with one of the farms that we have done series of videos with. Today, we are all the way in Flow Cell Farm, and we're here to interact with the new interns they have from different countries who are here to understudy and understand our system of aquaculture here in Ghana. I'm going to be interacting with two Liberians who are equally Africans and are here to actually study few things that will help them develop and expand the aquaculture system in Liberia. So I'm going to chit chat with them now to find out their mission here. What is different about aquaculture here in Ghana compared to Liberia? What can they teach us and what are they taking away from here? How can we even introduce partnership among these two countries when it comes to farming, specifically in aquaculture? So on my far right is Mr.
Yakpaolo K. Johnson.
Mr. Yakpaolo K. Johnson.
Yeah.
You're welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
And hello, what's your name?
My name is Alfred K. Bobo.
Alfred K. Bobo, and he's my number one fan in Liberia. Nice meeting you. You're most welcome. I hope you have fun.
Thank you.
I'll come to Mr. Johnson. When it's come to aquaculture in Liberia, give me a brief overview of what a Ghanaian should know about aquaculture.
Okay, for a brief overview of aquaculture in Liberia, like I said, aquaculture dates back in the 50s,
Okay.
1950s, when Peace Corps used to come to Liberia on voluntary services. They introduced aquaculture in Liberia to our farmers for them to be able to sustain themselves when it comes to the protein needs. So based on that, at the experimental station at that time, now called Cary, they had few dug up ponds and things where they experimented and then taught farmers as to how to build the culture of fish. So based on that, the ideas begin to grow in Liberia. But then during our crisis, everything collapsed, systems, everything collapsed. So after the war, when the NGOs begin to come to Liberia, we had a lot of NGOs like the Catholic Relief Services, let's say Lutheran World Service, and all NGOs came, and they were involved into relief services, into giving rice and
Okay.
a lot of attempts to the displaced. And then later they decided to engage into agriculture. And then this is where aquaculture and the rest of them came into play.
Okay.
So our people in the displaced camp began to partake in those activities, and the interest grew. But then after the war, when the NGOs scaled down, things collapsed because lack of funding.
Okay.
So from there, in 2010, the Bureau of Fisheries then, we had a project funded by the EU,
Okay.
the IFAD project, which was operated by ADRAM. It's a French NGO. So they came, they recruited few farmers, and then they began to train them into this aquaculture stuff.
Okay.
They are basically involved with the barrage pond,
Right.
so that at least they can be able to minimize, let's say, environmental degradation. So use the natural use of the environment, just let's say create an embankment, let's say the head that to be able to control the water and then culture both fish and rice in there.
Okay.
So that was something that was introduced
Right.
to them. Yeah. But then after 2010, when the project phased off, the next thing, farmers left the entire activity because of lack of funding.
Okay.
So this time around, on 2019, the next intervention of the EU, we decided that to have a real farmer, we are not going to be putting on cash material. So what the farmer have is what we will work with.
Okay.
But we're going to give them technical knowledge.
Right.
So based on that, we recruited the actual farmer.
Okay.
Now, looking at the technology of the rice fish integration, they are seeing what they're getting in their homes, even the cash they are making. So now they grow more interest and even desire to expand.
Okay.
And to expand,
Right.
we need increased technology.
Yes.
So that is why we thought that uh, we need to bring this farmer up for exposure to
Okay.
see what other farmers
Are
are doing in
doing so
Ghana.
you can learn and
Yes,
introduce that into your
yeah, so
system.
that at least we
Okay.
can graduate from a subsistence level to a commercial level.
Okay.
That at least it can be able to increase employment of youth,
Exactly.
the elderly,
Yeah.
and even women and
Okay.
girls.
So how
So
many
that's how we
delegation
do.
did you come with from Liberia?
We are like 12.
12. Okay. Bobo, are
Yeah.
you a farmer or you are just a student now studying aquaculture? Who are you in the space?
I'm a farmer.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing farming?
I've been doing farming, I can tell you from childhood.
Childhood.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you into? Is it just aquaculture?
No, I'm not just doing aquaculture.
What else do you do?
I'm into rice production. I'm into pigs production. I'm also doing vegetables on a large scale
Okay.
and many others.
All right.
Yeah.
In Ghana, we have two major seasons,
Yeah.
farming season. We have the minor and then the major. This time, between April, May, June, July, all the way to September is what we term as the major. That you have a lot of rainfall, everybody is planting activities. How many farming seasons do you have in Liberia?
Well, before we used to have, let's say, two seasons, the rainy
Okay.
season and the dry season.
Yes.
It used to run for 6 months
Yes.
dry,
Uh-huh.
6 months rain.
Okay.
But due to climate change,
Right.
there are a lot of variation. But for Liberia, the climate is kind of suitable that you can even do your farming all year round.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of rain.
Okay.
But we also have a lot of sunshine.
Right. Okay. Then again, when you come to Ghana, if fish farming is mentioned, we know the Volta region, we know the Eastern, Central, Western, and then the Greater Accra. And it keeps on at other places, small, especially when it comes to this one. If I should come to Liberia, which are the regions? Where and where am I going to hear there are a lot of fish farmers here? There are a lot of, which of the regions would you mention?
Well, for aquaculture, the hub of aquaculture is in central Liberia, Bon County.
Okay.
Now you have Nimba County.
Right.
Now you have Lofa.
Okay.
Even in Montserrat,
Uh-huh.
there are people who are coming into the entire aquaculture stuff,
Okay.
and they're doing a whole lot. They want
Right.
to scale.
Mm.
They want the technology. So I know that with what we've come from, all of these guys, when they get back, then they will serve as an agent of change.
Okay. All right. Now, we do the tilapia and catfish
Yeah.
here in Ghana.
Yeah.
Over there, do you do just tilapia or you do catfish as well?
Then we do tilapia,
Uh-huh.
we do the heterotis, we also do catfish, but catfish is not at a larger scale because
Okay.
we do not have a hatchery to be able to produce a fingerling. But for tilapia and the heterotis, we are really involved in that.
Okay. As a farmer, what would you be has been your biggest success and what has been your hindrances, your challenges as a farmer?
Well, we been facing a lot of challenges.
Such as?
Technology,
Okay.
yeah, basic training that we actually expose or, to doing commercial farming instead of subsistence farming, as you mentioned. When I came into the sector, I had no formal training,
Okay.
especially with aquaculture.
Right.
I had no formal training. And because of, the difficulties of job, and I decided, look, I have to do something on my own instead of being employed, to do something and be, an agent of change, to be able to make a positive impact in society, to serve as a, example for some of the young, youth that are coming up. And I thought to myself, what can I do different that others are not doing?
Yeah.
So by concluding on that, I went on YouTube
Right.
and I started to source
Learning.
basic, information. And then one of the favorite things I actually fell in love with was aquaculture.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started following a lot of different aquaculture activities around Africa, Asia, and even on your YouTube channel. Yeah,
Okay.
on your YouTube channel. And I mean, on the basis of that, all the basis, information that I've been given on YouTube,
Right.
I've been making, use of it gradually. Though there were some errors along
Yeah.
the way, but then as time
You're
went back,
growing.
yeah,
You're improving.
yeah.
Okay.
So on my own,
Yeah.
I've been able to learn how to develop, and structure my own, plastic tank, how to build my own concrete pump, and discharge it very well,
Okay.
do my own breeding, and so on. I've been able to also build a system called the rice and fish farming, integrated system.
Right.
Yeah. So all of the basic systems were developed, all by myself without any formal training. So we have the National Aquaculture Authority in Liberia called NAMFA.
Okay.
Yeah, so NAMFA and us have been like, talking whenever they come to my place to see the kind of innovative art that was ongoing without any formal training. So they've been helping with some consultancy, but then to improve it more,
Okay.
we just called a few weeks back that my name was shortlisted for a formal
come to
training
Ghana.
to come to Ghana, and do a formal training. I was like, wow, because this is one place that I've been wishing to come,
I see.
but how can I get to Ghana have been a problem.
All
So
right.
yeah,
I
this
see.
this opportunity that actually
The
been
best news
yeah,
ever.
exactly, yeah, the
Okay.
best news.
Here in
Yeah.
Ghana, those who find themselves in the farming space, one major problem is marketing, and then funding, and then access to infrastructures like companies to do processing, value addition, and all that. As a farmer, how do you go about your marketing? A typical example is the market women will come to the farm and tell you, this is how much I'm buying the farm produce. And the farmer is limited to bargaining powers. How do you go about your marketing? Do they come to you, you go to them? Is there a fixed price? Your leader, do they give you fixed price to sell the commodity? Or how do you deal with that? Marketing.
Well, based on our environment, there's a serious shortage of fresh tilapia on the market in Liberia.
Okay.
So the issue of market are not being a problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
they are
have
not.
good market.
We have a very good market.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a serious demand deficit when it comes to fresh tilapia.
I see.
Yeah.
How about funding? How do you come by funding to start your season, paying your employees, everything? How do you go about funding?
Well, as a farmer, like I said, I've been into a whole lot of innovative arts.
Right.
So people are attracted by that.
Right.
So those of the farmers that are wanting to gain the knowledge,
Uh-huh.
they call me. I go there and provide consultancy,
Okay.
and
Tell her.
they pay me something.
You're consulting.
Yeah.
All right.
you
I
know.
see.
So on the basis of that, I'm expanding.
Okay.
At the same time, taking care of my workers.
Right.
And
How many
maintaining.
workers do you have?
I have around 25 workers.
25.
Yeah.
You're doing well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, if I'm coming to Liberia to invest,
Yeah.
what would you advise me to look at? Because this video is going to be watched globally.
Yeah.
Someone might be somewhere and is thinking about which African country do I go to and invest. If I am coming to Liberia, which sector would you advise I zoom and invest?
Well, when you come to Liberia, I tell you that for the
Fishery sector.
fishery sector,
Okay.
there's a lot of person, and especially aquaculture.
Right.
There's a lot of potential, a lot of potential that have already been tapped into.
Right.
And that is why we want our guys to be exposed so that we can be able to send the message of it. And there are a lot of things we are working on in the fisheries.
Okay.
Like for instance, our policies, trying to improve the policy, trying to look at the investment incentives that we can give out there to investors, who be investors. So when you come to agriculture for sure. If you invest into agriculture, you're gonna have a lot of stuff because we have like a deficit of around 40,000 metric tons.
40,000 metric
that's-
tons of
That's
deficit.
something, yeah, that's where you can be fit into.
Okay.
Because one of the things is, as he said, the farmers, they are producing, but what they're producing is not sufficient for the market.
Yes, exactly.
So
The
most
market
of the-
demand is higher.
Yeah, so most of the time,
Okay.
you find out that once they harvest,
Right.
right at the farm gate, commodity is finished.
Okay.
You know?
It doesn't even get to the market.
No.
All right.
So when you have huge quantity,
Right.
then automatically
Okay.
you see even fishmongers coming to will start the process.
Okay.
There are a lot of different things will come. The chain will expand. So that's where we are looking at getting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you call your association? Do you have an association?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Well, for the fish farmers,
Yes.
Before we came, we just certificated 3 fish farmers.
Okay.
We have the NCAA, which
Right.
is the Mar County Agricultural Association, and then the BCA, which is the Bon County Agricultural Association, and the LCA, which is the Local County Agricultural Association. That's the hub.
Okay.
From central,
Right.
you go eastern, you go to north.
Okay.
So right in between and those are the agricultural belt.
Okay.
in Liberia.
All right.
That's the food aspect.
So how long are you staying here for? How
We
long?
are here for 2 months.
How many days has it been now since you arrived?
We came since Sunday.
Since Sunday.
Yeah.
Have you seen any different thing happening here which is not happening in Liberia yet?
Well, actually, what we are seeing here,
Uh-huh.
like for instance, you look at the hatch rate where they
Okay.
have, or let's say the incubators
Yes.
and other things,
For collecting the eggs
collection
and
of
the fries.
and doing
Mm.
what they call the fingerling
Mm-hmm.
or the fries
Yes.
XYZ. That's something we really need to go into.
Okay.
Yeah, and looking at, for instance, you see the pond, the linings alone. These
Right.
linings, you don't really get them in our place,
Mm-hmm.
which I think when we get them, we'll do a whole lot.
Okay.
So looking at just, or let's say, pumping the water from the river and then supplying the river ponds,
Mm.
let's say upland, that's something we really need to have, because for Liberia we have a lot of water.
Okay.
Yeah,
You have lots of water.
yeah,
Then I'll come and swim.
yeah.
As a farmer, what is your takeaway? After 2 months you're going to stay here. What will be that takeaway? What is that thing that you are taking away from Ghana to go and implement in your farm?
There are a lot.
Okay.
Actually, the issue of cage culture.
Right.
The cage culture have been one of the things that we've been fighting on to really gain knowledge on it.
Okay.
And I'm actually happy that, we're going to undergo the training here to learn about cage culture. Because I have a river view on my farm, big river like the Water Lake called the St. Paul.
Okay.
Yeah. So not to limit ourselves to just, everything pond, barrage or plastic pond, at least we're able to, reduce our cost of production by just investing into, cage culture.
Okay.
Yeah. And be able to, expand the sector.
Right. Okay.
And then basically, there are all of, aquaculture materials that are being sold in Ghana here.
Okay.
Farmers need those things in Liberia,
Right.
but we can't get them because there is nobody you can, actually get it from. No shop selling those things because people are not really involved into aquaculture activities. I was surprised some of those testing machines they use to test, the water quality.
And
Yeah, I was
Right.
surprised that it's just all around here. And then when you
Okay.
ask somebody, they say, "But go to the shop, you can get it there." So I mean, we can have that kind of opportunity
Okay.
in Liberia as farmers.
Right.
I think we're going to expand in the sector and we gain more knowledge,
Right.
and then we'll be able to graduate from just the primitive, I would call it primitive, way of farming, and then move into the scientific, farming
I know, right?
by collecting
It's
data,
very important.
yeah.
One thing that drive away investors
Yeah.
is bureaucratic systems of coming to invest in countries. This is your last word. What are you going to tell that investor that is watching you and you're inviting him or her to come to Liberia? What will be the assurance that if I come to Liberia, the protocol will not scare me off? What would you say to that person?
For Liberia,
Yes.
one of the things that I would like to tell will be investing.
Okay.
Fear nothing.
Right.
Fear nothing.
Uh-huh.
Come to Liberia. The Bureau of National, the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority is open to everyone. The bureaucracy you talk about, in Liberia, when you check, we don't have a lot of bureaucracy.
Okay.
In fact, it's even open. So the issue of even acquisition of land and everything, the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority will even aid you
Okay.
in acquiring those places that
To
nobody,
start your business.
yeah, to be able to
Right.
start your business,
Okay.
and will guide you in the entire process.
Okay.
Even the acquisition of your documents and everything, will be able to push it faster. So there's nothing like getting stuck in between. No, in fact, we are even automating all of our systems.
Right.
So you can even go to our website and you can even do your application.
Okay.
And you get a result right away.
Okay.
We're working on that.
All
Now
right.
we'll soon be completed. We'll soon be launching that.
Uh-huh.
Either July or somewhere around August. August will be launching that.
Okay.
System.
So someone can just go online and then
Online.
apply. Okay, such an insightful interview. If you allow me, I'll go 1 hour and I'll not be done yet. But this is just to introduce our friends, our brothers from Liberia to you. So you know that whatever is done here, there is something being done in Liberia. But of course, they are here to improve their knowledge and then go and implement in their farm. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, my very good friend Bobo. I will not forget that name. And maybe I'll be in Liberia very soon. My name is Enyonon. Please subscribe and share the link. And if you have any questions or anything else you want to discuss with those two people, especially if you want to go to Liberia and invest Is there a number you want to share so people can reach out to you?
In Liberia,
Investors, yes, a
in
number.
Liberia, my number is plus 231
Mm.
77553492
Okay.
slash plus 231
Uh-huh.
8811311018.
Okay. When you call me, I'll definitely give you that number. Is there social media of your farm? You have a name for your farm?
Yes, I have a social media
Okay.
on Facebook,
Right.
and I also have a YouTube channel as well.
Okay.
So it's called the Sustainable Fish and Farming Enterprise.
Okay.
Sustainable Fish and Farming Enterprise.
Okay.
And the contact number there is plus 231 770 970649.
Okay, so that's it. The details you need to know. And many thanks for Flow Cell, Mr. Evans Danso. God bless you so much for always welcoming everybody to come and improve their knowledge and technical skills in whatever they're doing, especially when it comes to fish farming. I pray the government will see your efforts and come to your aid and support you so you can welcome a lot more people. But for now, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.